Hi, I'm Jill.
And I'm John.
And we're the Geezers on the Go.
Go, go, go.
This time we're at Douglas Headerwater Campground in Tennessee, at the base of the Smoky Mountains. It's a Tennessee Valley Authority campground located near Sevierville and just a few more miles north of the Pigeon Forge-Gatlinburg area. It has 65 sites in 2 loops separated by a huge boat launch on one of Tennessee's most popular recreational lakes. All but 6 tent sites have water and electric.
Later, we'll take a look at Douglas Dam, from the lookout and from down below, and we'll also eavesdrop on some tournament bass fishermen. Then we'll take a run over to the Tailwater Campground on the other side of the dam for a sneak peek. And finally, we'll venture into Sevierville, where we somehow got waylaid at the old Tennessee Distilling Company. Imagine that.
We're here at Douglas Lake Headwater Campground near Sevierville, Tennessee, literally on the shores of Douglas Lake. We're in Site 46. We're in sort of the second loop. There's another loop up above, and we'll get to that one later. This is nice loop. It has about like 20 sites. Sites here have water and electric, and I love ours because it has this really big tree here. Right now it's about mid-April, and all the little seed pods from this tree keep landing, and one of the few times I've actually used my leaf blower, because it's just, if you can see, the grounds are just covered. But the sites are nice. They're gravelly. Ours was just a little bit unlevel, but not too bad. But you got lots of space in the back here for if you have kids, and when the water's a little higher, you can go fishing. There's the boat launch is right there behind us, and boy, they love their fishing here. They're coming in and out all day long. As you could tell, we've got all kinds of sizes here. There's big rigs and small things, and 10 people, and this is a very beautiful park. And they have on the other side, you'll see later, there's a pretty lookout spot from up above, looking down at the dam, and just a cool little campground. Kind of a twisty roads coming in, but if you can manage that, it's once you get here, it's very pretty. This is sites 48 and 49. They're both nice and big, but they don't have many trees, so I guess it could get a little hot here in the summertime. And it just goes down to this short little loop. There's about, I guess, 20 sites in this park, but there's plenty of space to park. This one has 2 cars, and lots of people bring their boats, so there'll be plenty of room to have a boat. That's 50 and 51 is nice on the corner because there's quite a bit of space. We'll take a little closer look in a second. Site 51 has a great view there, and I think maybe 52 has one of the best sites because you've got so much space on either side, and right smack down out to the lake. And 53 wouldn't be bad either. And then it goes around in a little loop, 54 or 55, and there's the dam in the background there. Site number 53 is the campsite that's right above where I was standing down on those moon-like rocks in the lake. And 54 would also be kind of nice to right back up into the lake, and you could get down there and maybe put some surf shoes on and wear a life jacket. It'd be kind of fun finding some of the pools down there and probably being able to go swimming right out there where no boats are going to come in and get you. Again, there's the dam, and that's site 56 and 57 are sort of on the outer part part of this loop. I think it's 58, and I'm going to show you a little different kind of a loop in the back here. Sites 57, 58, and 59 are a little bit different because you have to go down this long little back end thing, so you'd have to back in quite a ways to come back into these spots. But you're still have views of the lake, just a little bit different. And then you come back out here to 61. And as you make your way up the loops, you got 61, 62, 63, 64, and 65 back up to where the bathhouse is. And there's a camp store and office, and there's us over there. And just pan out here, and this is a pretty view. Right as we come back up the hill here, there's us. As you can tell, nice big pretty view here. Right out to the lake. There's that really big tree. You can tell it's spring here in Tennessee, huh, John? all these little seed pods all over. I just took the blower out and got rid of some of them, but you can see it.
I don't know what this tree is here, but it sure sheds a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, look underneath the trailer. I just blew it. We put them all together. It'd be like when we lived out west, we could make some tumbleweeds out of them. This is the upper loop of the campground, where actually it's probably the first loop because the numbers start at 1. Although right here I'm sort of starting at the back end because where we were having lunch is just right down here. So there's a couple sites over here that are right by the lake, and there's, I don't know what numbers are these, I'm going to have to check. But this one wouldn't be bad. It's a handicap site right here, and that's number 32. There's 2 sites down here that are might be a little bit tough to negotiate because you're right here on the corner. But I think that's 33 and 34. You'll be right there by the lake. And as you come down the hill, a couple more right here by the lake. That one's not bad. They put a little fence there so you won't fall off. And there's also a couple more on this one. This one's a little uphill, but once you get up to the top is flat. And you have some views of the lake here. So this whole loop here sort of looks out to the lake, but the farther you go down, you don't have as good a view of the lake, but pretty good spacing. This is the middle section of that first loop, and there's a couple of pull-throughs in the middle. This one's not quite a pull-through. It's one of those, well, it's a pull-through on that side if you get here first, but it's basically 2 back-end sites that are back-to-back. Those 2 up, a couple up there are actual pull-throughs, and this is what number, I guess that's 18, 17, 16, all the way up. And there's some along this side too. You do get some views of the lake. And if you hear the helicopters, they have a lot of helicopter tours of the dam and the river and the lake here. So there's lots to do. Just have to get out and do it. Here's the boat launch here at Douglas Lake at the Headwater Campground. And as you can tell, must be a very popular lake because look at all the trailers here, and it's barely 10 o'clock in the morning, so look at all the trailer people out here. And there's the lake. It's a beautiful lake. A little low right now, the ranger said. It's also a little beach over there. And in addition to the regular boat launch, which is very, very wide, there's another little one over there that somebody's going to bring in their kayaks. Looks like there's a little thing that goes all the way down to the bottom. Not exactly sure how that works, but looks nice. Just down below I guess it's considered the first loop because it starts at number 1 campsite. You come down here to this little picnic area, and there's a beach. Looks like they're trying to fix it up a little bit. We were here the other day and it was kind of cloudy, so I figured I'd come back down here again and really get to see a better view of Douglas Lake and the Smoky Mountains. And today we got some people out there swimming. Beautiful day. Yeah, it looks like they're redoing the sand and different stuff here for the coming season. It looks like the water must get awful high because there is a couple of posts out there that tell you how deep the water can get. Right now, the ranger in the park said the water is a little bit down. But this is a very beautiful setting, and it looks like it's used by a lot of different people because scanning the parking lot, I saw lots of different states. Kentucky, Connecticut, Massachusetts, us, New York, Ohio, people from just everywhere coming here. Douglas Lake and a little bit better view of the Smoky Mountains. I think now I know why they call them the Smokies. There always seems to be a little bit of a haze out there. Really pretty. Something, going on a little ride out there. Here we are down at Douglas Lake. Just a little short drive down from the campsite. And we have planning on some lunch and a beautiful view of the lake here. Sitting here having lunch, there's a couple of visitors coming. I think they're wondering if
Mr. and Mrs. Duck.
Mr. and Mrs. Mallard Duck. Well, they're leaving. They couldn't get a free meal, so it says, heck with you guys. And another little look at this little picnic area. There's John. We just finished having lunch. Nice and shady, nice cement steps. Or not cement steps, cement tables. They're a little hard, but there's our two little ducky friends. They kept coming by us, hoping that I would give them something. They think I'm going to give them something now. Hello, duckies. Nope, nothing for you today. This is a really nice campground, and it's we sort of returned to the scene of the crime.
Well, yeah, sort of. This is our first time at a Tennessee Valley Authority park.
Right.
And we were supposed to go 4 years ago,
right.
But they closed all the parks because of COVID.
So, right, so we didn't get to come. So
it took us 4 years to get back to a TVA.
But we're glad we did. It's a beautiful park. It's at the headwaters of the Douglas Lake.
Yeah,
and,
big bass lake. As a matter of fact, they had a Bill Dance tournament here over the weekend.
And what big fish, big largemouth, smallmouth, and I also saw a couple of really big walleye too. So that's good fishing.
Yeah, good fishing. It's turned cold on us.
Yeah, we have our jackets
here the last few days, but it was really nice weather earlier in the week. We've been sort of exploring the area a little bit.
There's another campground here. It's on the Tailwaters at the bottom of the dam, and that has a really nice campground and has a really beautiful overlook. You go drive up and you can look down at the dam and the lake and the river, and it's really pretty.
Yeah, the TVA must have been quite the thing in its day. They built that dam in the 1940s in 1 year.
Yeah, used lots of workers and got it done. Probably couldn't do that today. But but the area has lots. It's a kind of a touristy area, although the campground is sort of away from all the action.
Yeah, but we're right close to Sevierville, which has water parks, convention centers, distilleries.
And then you go a little past there, and then you're in Pigeon Forge and Dollywood, and all that has to offer movies.
Yeah, we were in Pigeon Forge 4 years ago.
And it was a ghost town.
It was a ghost town.
And then right beyond that, there's the entrance to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, so you can go drive through there and see the wildlife.
And they had a big car show, and I guess all the way between Sevierville and Pigeon Forge.
Right, and we got to see some of the old cars they drove through the campground, so we got to see a little bit of that.
Yeah, and of course, what do we love? We love dams.
Damn those dams. So we got to go right by it and see it. And while we were there, they opened it up and we saw some of the water coming out.
Yeah, I was got to watch the river rise, and the lake's been rising the last few days, and we're just sitting here enjoying it.
We're at the actual dam area for the Douglas Dam of the TVA. This looks like one of the turbines. Now I think these might produce some power because there are some electrical things up there. But this is some big dam. Look at this. No water coming out today. Wish there was. Looked like it'd be kind of cool. Well, looks like we came in there letting some water out. That just started. That was we heard some of the sirens, and I guess they're letting the water out. Here we go. Well, the water's surging here, and all the birds are happy. We timed it perfect. Well, this is something. When we first came here, there was no water down at the bottom. Now they opened up the dam and let the water out, and this whole part down here was dry. At night, the dam becomes a light show for the whole park to see. To get the full effect, though, you need to head up to the dam overlook in the daylight. Over the weekend, the bass boats started pouring into Douglas Lake for the Bill Dance Giant Bass Open. It's part of his signature lake series of tournaments.
Nine. 126.
Looks like most of the people are back in from the tournament now, because I don't see any of the boats circling, and the parking lot's almost empty now, so I think they might be back tomorrow.
We're over here just beginning a little tour of the Douglas Dam Tailwaters side of the park.
It's about 3 miles from the Headwater one.
Yeah. Ours is purported to be the more scenic. This is on the river side of the dam. We have a little bit of a playground here for the kids. And some nice areas on this side packed in by the under the cliffs almost on this side. Speed limit's 8.
10.
Jill's going 10. We all know Jill's a scofflaw. Now this is the riverside of the campground here. We drove all the way to the end. It's basically a straight line from one end to the other. This is sort of a funky little pull-through right here. It's more like a parallel parking
Yeah.
site than a pull-through.
This is the part of what
Well, there's a cool retro trailer. Some more. These are sort of pull-throughs. You just pull on up, park it. These are nice. But I like these back-end sites along the river here, because I mean, they're not as aesthetically pleasing as the sites on the Headwater side, but heck, you could walk right out your trailer door, sit down on the river, and go fishing. You wouldn't have to walk more than about 5 steps to get to your fishing hole.
28 looks like to be the nice one. That's right there.
The one with the
Little tent.
little pop-up tent, clam, whatever you call them. There's a bathhouse right here. So some of these sites are a little oddly laid out. That looks like a buddy site there. Those are Jill's favorite sites, buddy sites. But the problem, the reason we chose the Headwater side is because these sites all look a little closely packed together. Sevierville is about 10 miles south of the campground, and it's filled with touristy type stuff. But we passed up the water park and instead opted for something just a little bit stronger at the old Tennessee distillery. Oh, what you got there, Jill?
This is actually blueberry whiskey. I've never had blueberry whiskey. Anybody else? Oh, you can smell the blueberry. That's good. That would be good on the rocks.
You like that one?
That'd be good at like summery drink. Oh yeah.
I'll put that on my cornflakes in the morning.
Okay, what do you got now, John?
I got a Mandarin Moonshine.
Ooh.
100 proof Mandarin orange.
With cherry, I think, too. Or strawberry.
Oh, well, I was going to, but I'd like to go with it. Yeah. Changed my mind. Thanks.
It's so good for you, too. This is, right here is a 92 proof Tennessee whiskey, and I'm going to take a little sip. Or a big sip.
You're right.
That's good.
You're not big. If $5 tastings, you get a bunch of little. For this one, the moonshines were free tastings.
Well, one of them's tequila, one of them's whiskey, one of them's rum, and the other one, this one on the end, is pure corn liquor. That's 100 proof.
Oh, okay. Well, taste that, and don't fall off the chair while I'm videoing.
You want me to taste that one now?
Yeah, whenever you want.
All right, I'll taste it. Here we go.
Just looking up
For
your kilt.
better or for worse. Just like marriage. At this point, we decided our smoothest move would be a hasty retreat. We're glad you could join us this time around, and as always, we'll see you down the road.